Hey, what's up guys, it's Liam or Weagle on your Overwatch, back with a new video today. I am back. Me and Eddie have been at E3. Don't worry, FREEDO didn't kill us and hide us in the cupboard. We are finally back and we are going to be uploading regularly again once more. We had a crazy week. We got to meet Dad, which I know some of you know already, which was great to get some of the perspective from the devs and how they're going about their approach to Overwatch. It was a really great experience and I can't wait to go back again in another year. But today, we got some more patch stuff coming through for console and PC, so everyone's going to be getting the new PTR updates. The first thing to talk about is that the new map has been released on competitive and quick play for both console and PC. There was a forum post that actually said that this wasn't going to be a thing, that there would be a week for everyone to test it, as the PTR isn't necessarily the best place to test the map because people are testing the heroes so vigorously. But the thing is, they do not currently have the technology to actually do this, although they do for heroes. Therefore, we've gotten the map straight away. But in the future, it looks like the same as the heroes. They're going to be looking to give it a week or so before they make things go live and competitive straight away. In terms of changes to heroes, the PTR stuff is looking like it's going through, but now there have been some changes. I think we're in a better position to also talk about them some more. It's looking like McCree is still going to be getting the change that was expected, and that his Deadeye will now be slightly better. We did highlight before that in the PTR version, it'd be good for getting quick kills on 1 or 2 targets, or maybe if they're on really low health. Now, McCree's ult is actually the second fastest charging in the entire game at the pro level after Tracer, shortly followed then by Mercy after McCree, which means that having this value where you can just pop it off and get a free kill is very good, because that way you get it again soon. If it was a really slow charging ult, I'd understand why people thought this wasn't much of a buff, but now that it's easier to kill someone quicker but finish off a target quicker, that's a really great change for McCree. Will it make him meta? We won't know for sure. There's definitely going to be some stuff moving around. The same with Reaper. Initially, everybody thought that this Reaper change was going to be huge and make a big difference, but actually it doesn't make one really. When you look at the stats and the numbers, they're very similar to when he would normally pick up his health orb. He's slightly worse against squishies now, but slightly better against tanks. It's easier for him to maintain the damage to tanks. It's easier for him to also get the health, of course, from tanks by leeching their life or reaping, which his new passive, he will gain 20% of all of that done. So this is really good for Reaper. I think that it makes him better, especially with the Roadhog change, which we'll get to in a minute. It makes Reaper a much more direct counter to tanks rather than Roadhog, who can just hook and do tons of damage. Of course, that's going to be changed now, so Reaper will be way better at getting in the face of tanks, bring him more into the meta, along with all the other DPS that are in there too. So how this all affects and rolls out could be really interesting. With how good Sombra is now against Dive, and she can be running solo support, we might even see a quad DPS meta, of course some of them picks being off picks, but it could be really interesting how the meta goes. If you have any thoughts about that, I'd love to read through them in the comment section down below. Now, the last big change is, of course, Roadhog. His headshot hitbox has been reduced by 20%, but his gun has been changed in a big way. Now, the actual raw damage per second values aren't that much worse when fighting people in a duel or when right-clicking a Rhine shield. There's not that much of a difference. But when it comes to hooking targets, of course, things have changed a lot. His bullish damage has been decreased by 33%, his fire rate increased by 30%, and his clip size increased from 4 to 5. What this means is solo hog is dead. The hog that we all know and some people love, where you can go off on your own and use him as that solo carry in a team environment, yeah, that's gone. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that, but the actual hook value of dragging someone into your whole team will be there. Now, Rhine's weak at the minute, Zarya's not great, and Roadhog might be in this position, and the meta might have to swap for them to be really good. However, that does not change. The hook is an instant kill if you play it with your team, and I think that that's really good. Now, we've got to trust the devs on this too. If any of these changes don't work, they'll balance them back like they do with everything. Everything takes time. Balancing 4 guns in like Call of Duty was impossible for years and years and years. So now when devs are trying to balance 24 heroes with all of the different things, it's just so difficult, and I think they're doing a really good job at it. And there's so many heroes now in the game that are not underpowered but aren't very good, and that's just the way meta works, and it changes when either new heroes come in. The meta changes on the map as well. So Roadhog is weak where he was before, but in the mid fight where he can fire faster, do damage to targets that are on lower HP, and actually track them and hold down a constant faster firing shot, it's going to make a difference at that. So we're better at dueling a Tracer now, but hooking her and killing her isn't so simple. So it's a weird dynamic. Yes, it's an overall nerf, but I don't think it's going to make him completely useless. Things will change, they always do. You can let me know your comments on that down below. There have also been some user interface updates. I think a lot of these were in the PTR, but some of them are really cool. Rate this match is no longer an option at the end of the match, but if you're having problems with people in your game on console, the report function is coming to you guys soon. Average is now calculated in 10-minute slices to make stats more accurate, and a new barrier damage done and normal damage done has been added to the game, so you know how much damage you did against heroes and how much you've done against the barriers. But the thing is, that's not necessarily the ideal situation, because you can also do trash damage to heroes, but it's definitely one step in the next direction. There's a bunch more bug fixes and a few little things, and they'll be put on screen for you guys to look over. The last thing to mention, of course, is that Oni Genji and Officer Diva have been added to the classic loot boxes. Player gravity projectile can now be modified in custom games, as well as knockback magnitude can now be modified on any weapons or abilities that have a knockback effect. Jump height can now also be modified. So that's just about everything, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below to any of these changes and what you think of the new map too. I'd love to read through them and discuss them with you in the comment section as always. Eddie will also be back soon, so try not to miss him too much. He will be making a video. In fact, he has a very, very useful yet complicated video in the works right now. Be sure to check out our Twitter and our Discord, where you guys can find the Jeff Kaplan man of your dreams. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you guys get notified when our videos go live. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a great day as always. Take care and peace, people.